Hey, I'm Xavier,
I'm Andre.
and this is our first episode of the Just Cause podcast. So, we're part of the social justice crew, and our initiative is having a podcast, interviews, a general chat about the ongoings of our school in terms of how we can help others and how we can be of benefit to our community and not just ourselves.
Yeah, we want to raise awareness for so many things that are actually going on beyond just the classroom, because we know many people are focused on learning, but when you actually take a step away, there is so much more good works happening within the school. And we are here to focus on social justice, our crew, and what happens each term and what we do and all the opportunities that are actually there that can be presented to you.
I think so many of us don't realize that we have so much to give away, not just physically, but also in a realization of there's so many people out there that are not as fortunate as us. We come to a really good school. It has amazing facilities, and we don't realize that other people are not so blessed, not so fortunate. So we're trying to bring that awareness, try to, get people to realize that there's more happening than at school.
So in today's podcast, we are going to be interviewing two teachers from the social justice crew. We got Mr. Loyola and Mrs. Vecchio, and we'll be asking them a few questions about what social justice actually looks like. So stay tuned. Today, our special guest, we are joined with Mr. Loyola, who is the coordinator of the social justice group. So firstly, what does helping out actually mean to you?
So helping out is the fact that we're sharing what we have. So, in the most simple sense, we're so blessed, to be here in Australia, in this school, with our family and friends and all these things.
Yeah,
Other people are not as blessed. The idea is that, we should share what we have. Like literally that term, sharing is caring, is what's core, part of the mission of our group as social justice, trying to help those that are in need and try to provide equity to everybody.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful.
Now, second question, sir.
Yeah.
What's actually going on with social justice here? What can people get part of? What can people help out with?
Sure. So just to give you a really brief overview, over the next 3 terms, so terms 2, 3, and 4, term 2 is normally dedicated to the winter appeal. And we support Vinnies during that time. Term 3, we like to support a range of different activities. So traditionally, we've looked at things like Catholic mission and helping and building awareness around refugees and displaced persons. And then during term 4, we focus on the Christmas appeal. But with term 2 though, we've got a range of initiatives coming up. So we normally do a cozy clothing collection for, pre-loved clothing that we can donate to Vinnies that we collect here at school. We also do a Hoodies for Hope fundraiser where, students can wear their own favorite hoodie to school, be nice and cozy, but also, through that experience as well, try to build solidarity and understanding around the idea of homelessness and those in need. And then also with our senior students, we have our winter sleep out where they, spend a night out here at school, sleeping a bit rough, trying to, of course, build that awareness and solidarity around the experience of homelessness and the realities of that. And also, raising funds for Vinnies and helping those people that are most in need.
Cool. Sounds great. It's a lot of good things you can get involved with. Winter sleep out sounds really fun as well.
No, that sounds honestly amazing. I would love to help out in that. So to wrap this all up, why do you believe social justice is so important?
Social justice is so important in 2 frames. We can talk about it through the Catholic lens, how, we're taught, by our faith to help those that are in need, to put our faith into action, to love others, to care for those that, might not be so fortunate, those who are hungry, sick, poor, lonely, imprisoned, and so forth. And, we're called to do that, to, share God's love, essentially. But, I understand that also the reality of, this day and age is that not everyone shares our faith. But the great thing about the Catholic faith, when we look at Catholic with a small c, it means universal, meaning it's for everybody. And so when God calls us to love others, he didn't go say, just love Catholics or just love these people, just love that people. He goes, love others. So we love God and love others. And this is a way that we can love others. We can truly help those people that are in need, that we can give them a hand up and, to give them, the best possible future by giving them that help that they're seeking. Now, it's not necessarily about us imposing and us giving, but it's more about journeying with them to build awareness, through the idea of see, judge, act, to see what's happening, to think about and discern what's happening and do something about it. And so in terms of social justice, our vision as a school is to empower all students to be able to be good. Sometimes we think about those moments we ask God, we ask the universe, why do bad things happen to good people?
Yeah.
Right? And a very influential person in my life, a priest I knew before, Father Dave Hume, which some of you may have been baptized by. He would say, don't necessarily focus on why do bad things happen to good people, but think about what are you going to do with your blessings and gifts. We are so blessed, and how can we enrich the lives of others through what we have, by sharing, by caring, by loving. And so it is truly important that we live out social justice here at school, because if we can't find good in the world, we should be that good in the world.
Wonderful. Such a pleasure to hear from you, and thank you for telling us a bit more about what social justice is about so we can all understand what it does. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, boys.
Thanks,
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Today, we are joined by our special guest, Mrs. Vecchio, and she will be talking about what goes beyond social justice and what social justice is all about. So our first question to you is, what does helping out in social justice actually mean to you?
Great. So helping out, it's actually the core of what we're called to do as Catholics. So Jesus wants us to love one another.
Yeah.
So that is a core part of that, helping those in need. We need to see if there is a need. Like I think about what Mary MacKillop says, never see a need without doing something about it.
Right.
And I think that's something that we as Catholics are called to do. It brings us closer to God, it brings us closer to each other, and it brings our whole church community closer together.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's really good, like an obligation and bring us together, some kind of unity. Question, what's actually going on in social justice this year, and specifically probably in term 2?
Yep, amazing. So it's been a really busy term 1. We're right in the middle of lots of social justice initiatives right now. Term 2, we move into winter. We know we have the Vinnies winter appeal. We have the winter sleep out. We have hoodies for hope. It's a time to think about those in need during those really cold winter months, where we can donate to Vinnies. We can put together the hampers, which then go out to those who are less fortunate. Yeah. We're also doing something new this year. So we've had a lot of people volunteer to do Vinnies van training. So we're actually, we're rostered on. We're going to have a team that are rostered to go and help out with the Vinnies van service, which is amazing. And hoodies for hope, where we can raise important funds to support the good works that Vinnies does.
Yeah, no, that's a wonderful.
If that sounds like something you'd want to do, have a look at it, research about it, have a go.
Yeah. So for our third question, why do you believe what we do in social justice is so important?
That's a great question. I mean, it links back to the first question about why we help out in the first place. But in terms of Santa Sophia, we're about wisdom through faith, hope and love. Social justice, it's that outward act of doing. It's actually showing love in our everyday, in the way that we interact with others and we help those in need. And I think we're really blessed at Santa Sophia. We have a really vibrant, active social justice community. We have our social justice groups, but even beyond the groups themselves, it doesn't take much for our community to band together and to support those in need. So I think that's something where we really get to live out our faith at Santa Sophia.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you for joining in the podcast today, and wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great.
Well, thank you for listening through the interviews and through the podcast, and we hope you enjoyed. We hope you now can see how much actually goes on in the social justice group and what we're here to serve. And we'll be pushing out a bunch of other podcasts speaking about certain issues throughout the term, so you guys can have an understanding of what's going on beyond the classroom.
Specifically, how both teachers talked about the initiatives, winter sleep out. I think it's not just fun, but it's also, it brings awareness.
Yeah.
To many people that live like that, live in those conditions. And more simpler things like hoodies for hope. Really easy, really simple, but it's such a big impact. It doesn't mean a lot to us, but it could mean the world to someone else,
Yeah, so in later podcasts, we will probably interview more students that actually experience these days. So people that went to the winter sleep out and Vinnies van and whatever it may be. And we interview them like how their experience was, and it allows for the community here to actually see what's going on and to gain a perspective of people's experience, and also just to promote the good works that you can do as well through joining social justice and doing some of these extracurricular tasks that it presents to promote good in society, and really just see that there's so much more than just the classroom.
So have a look, see if you're gonna enjoy that stuff, and see if you can give a helping hand.
Yeah, thank you for listening to our podcast.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you in the next one.